Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're talking about Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge animated movie. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. I am your host, Brent, as always. And today we're going to talk about a new animated movie from Warner Brothers. This is Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. So this is the first animated movie we've had out of the Mortal Kombat universe. It's produced by Warner Brothers Animation, who owns Netherrealm. Warner Brothers, I think, owns all the Mortal Kombat IP. I think because they bought Netherrealm a couple years ago. So all the Mortal Kombat games are coming out of Warner Brothers Studios, Entertainment, whatever that big banner label is. And it's very clear from the very beginning of this movie that this is not an animated movie for kids. So if you have young children, do not let them watch this. This is R-rated, it's for adults, it's aimed at the people who enjoy the games and can handle the games, really. Everything from the last two games of Mortal Kombat is in this movie, and honestly, it's a whole lot of fun. I liked it. So it's called Scorpion's Revenge, and they kind of use Scorpion as like a framing device for just a regular first Mortal Kombat movie, I guess you would say. So think of like the 1990s movie where, Johnny Cage shows up, Liu Kang, Sonya Blade, and they're like, what's going on? And they're like, here's a tournament to defend Earthrealm from Outworld and all that stuff. It is in there. But we start off with seeing Hanzo, I think is his name. They don't do a very good job of establishing who Hanzo is in the very first opening minutes of this movie. They show you him as a father and a husband, but very quickly he meets tragedy in the form of the Lin Kuei, I believe, and Sub-Zero and his ilk and all that stuff. And very quickly they're killed, and then Hanzo is mad and he's in hell, and then becomes a demon by striking a deal with Quan Chi. All this stuff is like Mortal Kombat history, I think, from Mortal Kombat 9. I'm not sure if it was in the original games or not, but that's where we are. This is basically, I think it's the reboot timeline. I've played Mortal Kombat 10, I have not played 11, and I have not played 9, so I'm a little unsure. But anyway, this movie is balls out Mortal Kombat. It's got all the violence, all the gore. They say fatality in there. There's brutalities, I guess you would say. They beat the crap out of other people. There's none of the silliness of animalities, babalities, friendships, all that stuff that's not there. But think of what they did in like Mortal Kombat 10 and what they know they do in the 11 with the X-ray moves where you like crunch the bones. There's shots like that in here. Scorpion's got the chain and he's got swords when he's a ninja in the very beginning, and he's cutting people open, and there's blood spurting out like comically the way it is in the video games. And they even, and instead of I don't know, I was astonished by this animation. The animation quality here seems like it's much higher than some of the DC animated stuff, and it shows in the gore basically. So when they cut a guy open, they animate the bones and the meat and muscle tissue that would be there, instead of just like a big red mass or something, or so much blood spurting out that you wouldn't see the inside of them. Nope. They're going to show you pretty much, I don't know if it's anatomically correct there, but it's the illusion of being anatomically correct and seeing the bone and the muscle tissue and all that stuff in the slices that leads to you going, ugh, whenever you're watching it. And for a Mortal Kombat animated movie to do that, I think is a really cool thing. So, if you like the games, if you like all the gore, if you like the cartooniness of it, check out this animated movie. I think you'll really enjoy it. The downside of it is that instead of being a scorpion tail all the way through, we have the main Mortal Kombat stuff kind of sandwiched in the middle of it. So you have Hanzo becoming Scorpion, as much as you can kind of understand, in the beginning, and then we have the Mortal Kombat stuff, and then Scorpion sprinkled in here and there, trying to get his revenge. It does end with him, but then it also kind of pivots to the rest of the Mortal Kombat characters. So they're using their most popular character, I guess, as a springboard for maybe a series of animated films that focus on different characters. It's not clear. I don't know. I I saw it and they said it was going to be rated R. I saw the Red Band trailer and I was like, I'm definitely buying this because I want to support this type of animation. And I want to show them that adult animation can work, especially if it's made for Americans and stuff like that. So this is what this is aimed at. So, I think it's good. I know IGN gave it like a 6, but I really enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed the games and stuff like that. And definitely my kids were not around when I watched it today. So I definitely think it's worth your time. I think if you enjoy the games, if you enjoy the storyline, check it out. It's a $20 buy right now. I think it'll be available for rent in a couple of weeks if you want to check it out that way. But right now it's on digital platforms and all that stuff for $20. But $20 for 4K, for an animated movie that's this entertaining is pretty cool. Plus, it is loaded with special features. I was looking on my iPad last night when it came out, and there's I think 4 or 5 little 6-minute featurettes on the story and the animation and how they took the game and made it for animation kind of thing, probably focusing on all the gore that they want it to be violent. So I think that is a really cool thing to watch a lot of times. I really like special features. I don't know if you do in your movies, but I do like it. So I like the effort they're putting into this Mortal Kombat animated franchise. Like I said, the animation is quality, really, really good. Some of the shots, they're zooming around characters. It's not just a static camera like a lot of the DC animation stuff is. They're doing a lot of really neat things in this movie that I think the DC animated universe can learn from. I think it's probably 2 different animation studios, considering Superman Red Son came out last month. But I think it's definitely worth your time to watch. And I hope that this is just like a precursor. They're supposed to be making a live action Mortal Kombat movie. I think it comes out next year. I don't know if they're shooting or not right now because of the pandemic, or if they finished before or whatever. Maybe they're starting in the summer. Who knows? But I hope that this animated movie is a flagship, if it does well, to say, hey, this real Mortal Kombat movie, the newest live action one, needs to be rated R. It needs to be violent. It needs to be gory. And you can do it in a way that Deadpool was successful with all of its violence and gore and still have a little bit of humor, I think. But that the fans do enjoy this Mortal Kombat instead of the dumbed down stuff that we got in the 90s in the Mortal Kombat animated show that was on USA in the 90s and stuff like that. So definitely check it out. I think it's worth your time. If I had to give it a star rating, I think I rated it on Vudu 3.5 out of 5 stars. I liked it. It was fun. And I would definitely watch another Mortal Kombat animated movie if it was made as good as this one. So there you go. Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge, 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's my review. Let me know down below if you liked it, if you're into Mortal Kombat, and what you want to see out of the next movie. Thanks very much for watching. We will see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.